Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing Interconnections. I actually don't think that's the correct name. I think it's just Interconnection. No S, no plural at the end of this particular title. Now, the reason for that, and I may as well give you the backstory before we take a look at today's puzzle, is the constructor of today's puzzle, Azvaril. I think we featured another puzzle from Azvaril before. I say he, it could have been she. Azvaril was essentially playing around with thermo puzzles and noticed how well they combine with German whisper constraints and thought they're a fantastic interconnection, hence the title. And now you kind of have a bit of an inclination about what is this particular puzzle going to be about. It's going to be about thermometers, it's going to be about German whispers, and it's going to be around how they interplay with one another. That's really all to say. Let's take a look at today's puzzle and rule sets, which I think I've given you a preview of all of it. There is the, of course, kind of German whisper and the thermometer interplay. There's a couple of those. And the following set of rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Digits in thermometers must increase starting at the bulb end. So that's the bulb. So if this is a 2, this would have to be 3 or higher. Let's go 3. I don't have to have steady steps. So that's a step of 1. That could be a step of 2. That could be a step of 1 again. It doesn't matter. What I cannot do on a thermometer at any one point, though, is decrease the digits. They have to be strictly increasing from the bulb end. Last but not least, we've got German whisper lines. So digits must differ by at least 5 from their neighbor. So if this is a 2, these 2 cells would have to be 7, 8, or 9 to be 5 or more away. And then this is the classic German whisper line. You oscillate between high digits, 6, 7, 8, 9, low digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back and forth. Never on the 5, just always around the 5. And I'm sure you can determine why that is the case. That's all the rules we have for today. As always, if you want to play along, link will be in the description down below for you to do so. With that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. So what am I thinking here? I'm thinking that the bottom right section has like a plethora of rules compared to the rest. So let's have a think. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cells. That's still quite a lot of, 3 degrees of freedom. 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, but not 5, of course, on the German whisper line. So this is 4 or 6. This is 3, 4, or 5 again, or 6 for that matter. This is 2, 3, 4, not 5, however. Can't have 5 on the German whisper line, and therefore this is 1, 2, 3. That means that this is low, this is low. Of course, every other digit will be low, and every one between them is going to be high. Low 1, 2, 3, 4 in blue. High will be 6, 7, 8, 9, and red. That is clearly now a 4. It can't be 6 or 7. That would have to be 3. That would be 2. That would be 1. We're off and racing. Ironically, my example earlier is transpiring to be correct. This is 7, 8, 9. This has to be a low digit, and it's not 2, and it can't be 4. It would require double 9. So that's 1, 3. This is a high digit. Can't be 6. It would require double 1, but it can be 7, 8, or 9. This is a low digit. That is not a 4. It would require double 9. This is 1, 2, 3. And this is any high digit, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Okay, we've got a break in. That's what matters. 1, 2, 3 in the column looks quite interesting, especially on a thermometer, because that is at least 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So only 1 degree of freedom that's left. 7, 8, 7, 5. Hang on, what are you doing, Sleuth? Come on. There you go. That's correct. And this is 1, 2, 3, or 4 for that matter. Quite a bit of pressure now building up here. One thing I haven't done in this box is 1 and 2. So we know 1 and 2 are between these 3 cells, but I don't know which one it is. Speaking of 1 and 2, row 6. Yeah, can't have 1 or 2. 3 steps up the thermometer. This is 1, 2. Makes 1, 2, 3 column, 1, 2, 3 triple in column 5. One of these cells has to be a 3. That can't be a 7. No 9 in any of my pencil marks. Only place for a 9 would be in here. And now this is 5, 6, 7, or of course 8, 7, 6. Okay. That has to be lower, but not 2. This has to be lower, but not 1. I mean, I may as well. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. I don't know where we go next, actually. That's a really good question. I mean, I'm just checking if I'm missing any obvious Sudoku, or if the idea is that we have to have like almost like a parallel break-in in here. No, I don't. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Sleuth, come on. Obvious. 8, 9 pair in here. That does put a lot of pressure on this German whisper line now. Let's just use a bit of coloring. That's purple. Don't know what polarity it is, but it's purple. And these two are orange. Now, if purple is low, essentially I'd have to have 1, 2, 3. I couldn't make this 3 because that would require an 8, 9 pair because, you know, that would break it. So that means that's one possibility. 1, 2, 3. Couldn't have a 6 in here, so that would be 7, 8, 9, and then that would be the 6. So that's option A, let's call it. Second option is that these are the high digits. Purple is high. And therefore this is low. This is 1, 2, 3. Huh. If purple is high, that's 4 highs. 6 would have to be on here. So that would have to have a 6. These would have to have a 1. But then next to the 6. But then this would be 7 or 8. And then this could be 2 or 3 as well. And then in here, in addition to the 6, would be 2 or 3. That's kind of the remaining option I have. Interesting. How's that helping me again? Is it helping me? Saying that 4 is down here, Sudoku. 4 can't be down at the bottom because this could be 3, but this can't be 1 or 2. So 4 would have to be one of these two cells. Yeah, interesting. 6 is not here. 6 is in... come on, sleuth. 6 and 7 are gone. 8 is looking at this cell. Come on. Can we just, you know, forget some of these rudimentary mistakes that occasionally, we'll just call it occasionally, that I make. Where are we going with this? It's a good question. Essentially, I have another 1, 2, and a 5, 8. And this is not the 8. Don't know. Here, maybe? Feels premature. There's so little information. Actually, that 4 removes a 4 from here. This is not 8, but it can be 6, 7, or 9. You guys might be spotting something that I'm not. 8, not 8. I think just because of the name of the puzzle and the preamble, I'm kind of thinking this is where we need to look next. That just feels wrong because we have so little information. Right, so a few more colors again. These are going to be green. These are going to be yellow. Now, if green is low, well, it can't be 4, and it can't be 1 or 2 given how high up it is on the thermometer, so it'd have to be 3. This would force an 8, 9 around it as neighbors. That would give me a 7 here, a 6 here, a 5 here. So like it forces a lot of things if that ends up being true. And this would actually be 2, this would be 1. These would be low digits, and that can't be 1. It would have to be 2, 3, or 4. I mean, 2 or 3 means that's 1 as well. Interesting. So option, and this is a low digit, that is not 3, but 1, 2, or 4. Yeah, I'm not liking these options, but, and this cell here, which can't be 9 or 4, is 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I think it's probably the interplay between these two that's going to help us with the next step, if I can see it. So that's one option. Like, I don't know if I'm going to keep these pencil marks. The second option is that this is a high digit. And because this can't be 9, oh, this is quite interesting, actually. Yeah, I think we're on the right track. Let's talk about what this option can be. Well, this can't be 9, so the highest this can be is 8. That means the highest this can be is 7, and it actually can't be any lower, because if that's 6, that would require a double 1. So that would require a 7, then that would require a 1, 2 pair. Notice how the 1, 2 are always spoken for in here. And then this would be a high digit, which isn't 6, not 7, so it would be 8, 9. Interesting. And then this high digit wouldn't be 9 or 8. Next to the 1 or 2, this would be 6 or 7. Huh. Okay, maybe I need to finish pencil marking what I did earlier in here. So let's go with the easier option of this is purple being low. So this is 1, 2, 3. We said that couldn't be the 3 because yeah, that would require the 8, 9. In fact, the 9 is not here. Is that forcing anything? Is that making this a 9? I don't think it is, because I could still have the 9 in here and then the 9 there. Anyway, carry on with me on this. So that would be 7, 8. I couldn't use the 6. That would be the 6. In fact, actually, I didn't fully pencil mark this thermometer. I'm kind of wondering if that was a good idea. Because you see, if this is high, this is 1, 2. So the minimum this is 3. And then I don't have 4. So this would be 5 or 6. And this would be 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 5, 6. Or 2, of course, if this is going to the 1. Interesting. And then 9 is in one of these two cells. I mean, so if it is low, 3, 2, 1, that obviously wouldn't be low, it would have to be high. Let's try that. So if purple is high, this would have to be low. And why is, okay, let's, generally I'm just starting to think that 1, 2, 3 is not working because it forces 2, 3, and 1. And I'm finding that this is causing a lot of pressure in here. That might mean it just is never an option. So the obvious part is purple couldn't be low because 1, 2, 3 would be gone in the row. So let's see if we can make high digits work. So that would be, let's just for the sake of argument say this is 6, 7, 8, 9, can't have 6 in here, can't have 9 in there. But then all of the high digits are gone and the 5, and I'm still back to a 1, 2, 3 in here, which isn't possible. So in general, 1, 2, 3 breaks this box. So that is high, that is 7. And therefore this is not 8, 9, not 8, 9. These are low. This is not low. And therefore it's 8 or 9. Yeah, can't be 6 or 7. And this is high. And for some reason I removed 8 off the table. I can't quite figure out why. Yes, because it has to be 8 in here. So that would be 6 or 7. Right. That is probably helpful. So can this be low? Well, it's not 7. Sorry, can this be high? It's not, because it's not 7, 8, or 9, and it can't be 6 with a double 1. So this has to be low. So it brings us back to the 1, 2, 3 example with this not being a 3. 3 being in here. Again, 3 would require 8, 9 pair, which it couldn't be. And then this is 7, 8 pair, because it's not 9. And it can't be 6 with a double 1 around it. So that is 7, 8, which makes this a 9. This an 8, 7 and 8 in here makes this a 5, and then this is the 6 that we couldn't place earlier. Lovely. 8's not there, that's 8. This is now 1, 2 pair. We already knew 1 and 2 are not down here. We do know what's left. We've got 3, 4, and 6, and the thermometer gives us the order. 3, 4, 6. Not an 8 either in here. 7, 9 pair in the row. Actually, that 3 gave me 1, gave me 3. That can't be 6 or 7 anymore. In fact, that's a 9, that's an 8, that's a 7, that's a 9. These two are known. They are 7 and 5. 3 is up here. 3 is on the side of the 8, whichever one it is. Excellent puzzle so far. Have I resolved these? I must have. Yeah, the 5 gave me 6, 7, and 8. Which has given me a 9 in here. 1, 2 pair, 8 and 7 and 6. Right, this is going to be very restricted because I can't have 1 or 2 in here. That is 3, 4. And it can't go any higher because that can't be 6. This is 4, 5. Have I got more info anywhere? No. Not a 3. Not a 4. 1 gave me obviously 2 and 1, not a 1. What else have I got in this box? I mean, I've got 4, 5, 6, and a 2. Yeah, not worth pencil marking. And here it's 4, 5, 6 from the looks of things, which means this is known. Why did I write 4, 5, 6? Sorry, back up a second. So the rest of this row is 4, 5, 6, and 8. The 8 can't be in here, can't be there. That's an 8. These are now 4, 5, 6. I'm happier with that. 4, 5, 6, and 2. Yep, don't know. 2, 3, don't know. Nope. We've kind of used all the variants at this point. So like I'm just left with Sudoku predominantly to actually just figure this out. 4 means a 5 in here. I might have to do like classic Sudoku for a bit because my Sudoku is just atrocious. So that's 9s. I should say my scanning is atrocious. That's maybe more specific. That's a 1. That's not a 1. That 1 gave me a 2, gave me a 3, gave me an 8. Thank you. 7. And therefore not a 3. 1, 2 pair. Actually 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Better. No, no resolution. So essentially I have 2, 3, 9, 2, 3, 9. That is not 2 or 3. That's just a 9. And this is not 2, that's a 3. That's a 2. That can't be the 9. That's the 9's resolved. That 3 gave me a 4. And then the rest of this is 6 and 8. 8 in here gave me 6, gives me 8. That 7 gave me a 6 if I paid attention earlier. That's not a 6. That's the only place for a 6 down here. That 3 also gave me a 2 there. 4-5 pair is probably useful for later. I need a 7 in this box. I need a 3. I need a 4. And I need a 5. These two digits are just known. 5, 6. That's got to be the 5. That's got to be the 6. These two are also known. 4 something. 4, 6. That's the 6. That's the 4. I need 3 and 7. That's the 7. That's the 3. These two now. 1 and 3. That's the 3. That's the 1. Also a bunch of known digits. In fact, the 2 is down the middle. 4 could be anywhere. 5 could be anywhere. Okay. So in here, we need another 4, 5, and a 3. That's the 3. That's the 4 or 5. Gives me a 4, 5 pair. That gives me a 1. That gives me a 7. That gives me the 5, the 7. Is that another 4, 5? I must be missing something now. No, that's 4. Therefore, that is 5. That's 4. That's 5. 4, 5, 4. And if I'm not mistaken, 2 for the finish. So, beautiful puzzle, Azvaril. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. They do have a nice fusion. Relatively simple break-in, but yeah, some of these deductions felt, I don't know if it's deductions. You just needed to pay attention to Sudoku. And I know when I'm doing variants and Sudoku simultaneously, this is where I struggle the most. Hope that you guys enjoyed the puzzle and the video, and I'll see you back soon. Bye-bye for now.